Well, I'm here to talk about electric cars and also the next generation battery technology that will bypass the gasoline engine, solid state battery technology, and it's interesting to see how much people here really are talking about electrification.
Absolutely, and you're talking about, we were discussing bringing the cost of the car down to be able to make it more mass. It's something Tesla's working on, it's something you're working on.
Yeah, we are launching actually next week. We're announcing our below $40,000 SUV, which we're very excited about. It's going to be a complete different type of vehicle. I think the chance for the automakers is really to reinvent themselves, and for us it's really about taking the next generation design. I think design itself will be more important in the future because you really don't hear or know what type of electric motors in your car. You probably don't care what batteries are in there. So design will play a big role, and we are really trying to reinvent the sort of traditional American market segment, which is the SUV.
And the technology, the design that you're talking about is so key, not just when it comes to the mechanics of the vehicle, but the battery itself. You had a battery in your pocket.
I do have a battery. I have the next generation battery in my pocket here, which is a very thin.
I mean, look at this. It's so thin and it's so light. So yeah. How does it work?
It's basically a solid state battery. So in today's battery, you have liquid electrolyte, which kind of makes them flammable, and we have to spend a lot of money and time to cool them. And also we don't have the energy density we really want, meaning they're kind of heavier and have less energy than we really would like. So this type of battery gives you more than double the energy. It's half the weight, and we expect it to be about half the cost. We're probably still a couple of years away from it. We're building these by hand in our lab inside Fisker. So we're building about 20 a week since about only a month. So this is the latest, and my chief scientist just gave this to me on the way out the door.
It's really so amazing to look at. You said that this battery that you're holding right now could actually power an iPhone, but the batteries are so important when it comes to the car technology, and you mentioned that Fisker is doing all the innovation in-house. How important is that?
Well, I think it's very important because, we are looking for what is next, and to truly get a range, if you want a range of 500 miles, if you want charging times of, 200 miles in 5 minutes, or you want half the price of the battery, we need to develop the next generation of batteries. And we think we're in the forefront of that. We have already filed about 15 patents on our solid-state battery technology. It's real. We have tested it. We are running test cycles on it. So it's something that's very exciting to see that it's not just a PowerPoint presentation. We're actually building it, and we are planning to test it with a couple of consumer electronics this year, and then next year actually bring it into a vehicle and test it in a vehicle.
We also talked about competition. It's such a competitive field, and Tesla makes a lot of headlines, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes not so much because of the antics of Elon Musk. Do those headlines and things happening within that company give your company an opportunity to get ahead?
No, I don't think necessarily to give such opportunity to get ahead. I think it actually brings a lot of awareness to electrification generally. It's somehow any news are good news these days, and I think with all the I would almost say exaggerated news and the overwhelming amount of information, it still is good that we talk about electrification. And Fisker and Tesla were sort of the first ones working on that way back. We launched our first electric vehicle with a range extender, the Fisker Karma, back in 2011, even before the batteries were really, almost ready. And we obviously had a big issue with the batteries at that time. So I think today we have moved to the next level where we have existing battery technology that's good to make electric vehicles, but we are also now working on the next generation technology, which I think that awareness to the consumer is very important, that adoption of electrification is coming.
It absolutely is. It's the wave of the future.
It is.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Great
Absolutely.
To have your insights.
Thank you, Jackie.
Julian, Adam, back to you.
Jackie, thank you very much.